Another big hand for YKM dancers. Give them another big hand. Big hand. Good afternoon, everyone. Can everybody hear me? No. Is this on? Good afternoon, everyone. Take it off. Got it. All right. How's everyone doing today? All right, all right. Let me begin on behalf of the city family to welcome all of you to this great giant sweep event. How many of you know about the giant sweep? Oh, not that many, okay. I guarantee you, by the time you walk out of this room, you will all know what the giant sweep is all about, okay? Last year, the mayor, along with the Board of Supervisors and the city leadership, partnered with San Francisco Giants and many city agencies and many community groups and businesses, and we came up with this program called the Giant Sweep. The Giant Sweep is a program that's going to teach us how to be responsible for our city and do our part to make our city clean and green. Are we the most beautiful city in the world? All right. And I know the only way we remain the most beautiful city in the world is by all of you doing their part. When we launched the Giant Sweep last year, we had over 50,000 hours of volunteers come up over last year. Big hand for that. Today, you will also be signing a pledge. Everybody know what a pledge is? Okay, I'm going to read the pledge to you and you're going to read after me. Okay? Before I introduce all these great speakers who you're going to hear from, they're going to remind you of everything that you should do to do your part in keeping San Francisco to remain #1 attraction for everyone to come to enjoy our beautiful city. So everybody's going to take the pledge after me. After I read, I want all of you to read after me. So the first thing is I want everyone to say, I will put trash in the right colored bin. I will put trash in the right colored bin. I will call 311 if I see unwanted junk on our streets.
I will call 311 if I see unwanted junk in our streets.
I will call 911 if I see someone tagging property.
I will call 911 if I see someone tagging property.
I promise to keep my sidewalk clean.
I promise to keep my sidewalk clean.
And when it's dirty, I will sweep it up. I will not leave behind trash on the trains or buses. I live by the motto, pack it in, pack it out.
I live by the motto, pack it in, pack it out.
All right, all of you have graduated and have taken the pledge. Give yourselves a big hand. Okay, I will now ask Principal Ken Lee to come up and say a few words and introduce our guest of honor, Mr. Ken Lee.
Thank you, Mohammed. So, Mohammed, actually, our school, for the last 2 years, we've actually had community cleanups where our students have volunteered time on a Saturday to clean our neighborhood. We've had 4 community cleanups, and we also have an after-school beacon program that just initiated a community cleanup after school surrounding our school area as well. So we've done a great job. We're ahead of the ball game, so thank all of you very much. On behalf of our entire Francisco family, I'd like to welcome all of you here, especially our dignitaries, our special guests, as well as our mayor, Mayor Ed Lee. And what a pleasure and what an honor for our mayor to visit Francisco Middle School. Thank you very much, Mayor. So what we'd like to do is we'd like to welcome all of you with our Francisco chant. Okay, are we ready? Okay, Francisco, let's go. FR, FR, FRAN, CI, CI, CISCO, FRAN, CISCO, FRAN, CISCO, Francisco, Francisco, Francisco Middle School, yay! I'd like our student body president, Ada Lynn, to come up, and she has something to present to the mayor. Ada?
Mr. Mayor, welcome again to Francisco Middle School. My name is Ada Lynn, and I am the student body president. It is quite a pleasure and a great honor for you to visit the best middle school in San Francisco. Thank you for the great work that you do for all of San Francisco and for your support of our school. On behalf of our entire student body, I would like to present you with an official Francisco Middle School t-shirt.
I'd like our other student council members to come up to present our special guest with our Francisco pennants, please. Thank you again, Mayor Lee. Thank you for being here.
Go Rams! Well, I am so happy to be here. And, you know, it's an exciting year, a lot of things happening in our wonderful city, but you are at the center of the best city in the world, in the best middle school in the city, huh? Well, we got a lot of speakers here today. A lot of people want to say hi to you and talk a little bit about how wonderful our city is and how much we want you to be a great part of it, which you already are. But I just want to say thank you to the people that are about to speak, because I get to work alongside them every single day, making improvements to your parks and recreation. That's why Phil Ginsburg is here, Rec and Park. Making sure we have enough clean water and that your sewers work. That's Harlan Kelly, PUC. Making sure government works. Everything in government has to work when you got a good city administrator, Naomi Kelly. That's there. And I know something that the students here, that all of you value. That's our environment, our Department of Environment. Thank you for being here as well. And of course, you know Mohammed Nuru. He helps clean up every street of the whole city. Mohammed Nuru, Public Works. I'm also really lucky to work with supervisors who really work hard with me. Supervisor Scott Wiener, District 8, my supervisor, and the president of the whole board of supervisors, including this district, and that's David Chu. Now, before I introduce this next person, let me tell you, because Mohammed tried to tell you the story of Giant Sweep, but let me tell you the real story about how Giant Sweep came about. The Giants won the World Series in 2012. Right? Now, you know, the Giants don't win the World Series every year. They win it every other year. So that was 2012. What year is this? Is this the World Series year? Yeah! That's what we're talking about. Well, in 2012, if some of you watched baseball, you remember how we won that World Series. We won it against what city? Yeah, Detroit. Very good. Detroit Tigers. And how did we win it? We won it by winning every single game in the World Series. That's called a sweep. That's right. So when we said Giants, God, we're so proud of you. You and every player, you did all the things right. You worked hard on the field. You played selfishly. You played for the pride of each other. You played for a team. This is how they swept the Tigers. And you know, there's very few World Series, very few in the history, where a team sweeps the other team, doesn't let them win one game. And it's kind of like when Mohammed sweeps the street. He does not let any cigarette butts go. It's all clean. Not one plastic bag, not one piece of trash is left untouched when he sweeps the street. Sweeping is about clearing the whole thing. Success. And that's why we asked the Giants, could we borrow your success? Could we have the people of San Francisco, and especially the young people, identify what they're all about? Identify with perfection, with teamwork, with beauty, with success by borrowing something from you. And they said, what do you want? We just want to say, Giants sweep San Francisco. That's how we want to say it. And so today we have the Senior Vice President of the Giants here to help bless the second year of Giants Sweep, Jack Baird. Thank you, Jack, for being here. And he's got the biggest symbol of that. What is he holding? That's right. That's right. And we gave him and Larry Baer and the Giants one of those when they won the World Series and they came to City Hall. Everybody remember the parade, the World Series parade? We gave him one of those on the stage, and we said, let's help keep the city beautiful. And I can't think of a better way to keep our city beautiful. That's Squeaky, by the way. That's Squeaky. He's a very quiet guy, but he does the good thing. He helps us sweep. And so he and Lucille and Hunter Pence, they're all joining our team. And we're going to create the best team in the whole world called Giant Sweep. And you are at the center of that team. How about that? You going to help me sweep the streets? Yeah! That's what being a member of this team is. When people put trash, when you see a fellow student say, hey, I don't need this, and they throw it down, what are you going to do? You're going to remind them, please don't do that. And if they walk away before you can have to say anything, If you can help pick it up, that would be the perfect team. You're a team player when you do your responsibility and you ask other people to carry forth their responsibility. That's what it means to take this pledge. That's what it means to be part of the greatest team that we have in San Francisco. And that's why we're going to win the World Series this year with your help. How about that? All of you, one last thing. You know, it's Lunar New Year, the year of the horse. All of you are so beautiful. I wish I had my red envelopes to give each and every one of you. I wish. But I'll promise you this. How many are you going to the Chinese New Year's parade next Saturday? All right. Well, if you go to the parade, and if I see you there, I'm giving you a red envelope. How about that? All right? So on behalf of the city, by the way, let me introduce you to two more important people that I get to work with. Katie Tang is the supervisor from District 4, all the way across the other side of the city. She's really effective. Katie, say hi to everybody. And Carmen Chu used to be the supervisor out there, but now she is the assessor. That means she collects and counts money and values property. She does all kinds of smart stuff. And say hello to Carmen Chu and Katie Tang. So everybody, now that you are part of the greatest team, not just baseball, the greatest team called Giant Sweep, I'm going to say to you, thank you, because as you grow up and whatever you do, I want you to remember our parks, our streets, our alleyways, our homes, all of our public spaces are the most beautiful in the world. That's why so many people come to our city. That's partly why your parents brought you here. They want you to be part of a great, successful, beautiful city. And you are beautiful people. And beautiful people in beautiful cities help maintain its beauty. That's what Giant Sweep is all about. Thank you for being members. Thank you for being part of this. And we'll see you at the ball game when we head to the next World Series.
How about another big hand for our mayor for his leadership? Big hand for the mayor for his leadership. And the mayor talked about the Giant Sweep, and he talked about our partner in the Giant, and now you get to hear from him, Jack Bear, Vice President Giants.
Good afternoon, Francisco Middle School. This is what the mayor gave to us in 2012. He gave us a big broom because we swept the Tigers. And it inspired this program. And the Giants are very proud to be part of this program to make this city a better place. Now, I am here today because Lucille unfortunately had surgery. And he couldn't make it. He had a baby. Lucille had a baby last year. He had surgery. So sometimes if he can't make it, people like I have to come. So Lucille sends his regards to you. Now, the ballpark itself, we have 41,000 people that come to every game. And where do they put the trash? Under the seat. Now, after the Seagulls get done with it, we have to clean the entire ballpark every night. We sell 15,000 hot dogs a game. And there's all kinds of wrappers and trash and paper. And we bring it all in, we recycle it, we put it in the right container so that we do our part to keep San Francisco clean and the ballpark clean for all of our patrons. And we really appreciate the fact that you're doing your part as well, being part of the city and being responsible to make it the best place it can be. So thank you to the mayor and his leadership. Mohammed Nuru, one of my favorite people that works for the city. He helped us pull off the All-Star game in 2007. He did a great job. And all the city family that's here today, we're proud to be a part of this and proud to be affiliated with Francisco Middle School. Go Giants.
Yay! Okay, you heard from our mayor, it takes all of us to make our city work. The next person I'm going to introduce is responsible for this district, but he's also responsible for making a lot of policy that keeps our city cleaner and greener. Please welcome the President of the Board of Supervisors, Supervisor David Chu.
Do we have any Rams in the house? Go hey, fat joy! I want to thank you so much for being part of what we're doing today. It is amazing being here with all of you. I am honored every day to represent Chinatown and North Beach and the best middle school in the city, Francisco Middle School. I also want to say that I'm excited to be here, not because I'm here with all of these amazing public servants, but because we are looking out onto the next generation of leaders here in this city. Because a few years ago, this man who is our mayor, he was responsible for cleaning our streets. And 10 years ago, when I was a neighborhood activist, I worked on cleaning our streets. And I know that there's a boy here and a girl here who is probably going to be the next mayor of San Francisco, who's going to run our Rec and Park Department, and who's going to be responsible for cleaning our streets. So who's ready to do that? All right. So I want to just say one last thing. We have two halves of the room, and I want to get a sense of who is better at pulling off the giant sweep, okay? So when I point to this side, you say giant, and when I point to this side, you say sweep. All right, you ready? You guys are awesome. Congratulations. Thank you for being part of this.
Okay. Next person used to be a supervisor. When we kicked off the giant sweep, we were over in District 4, and now she is our city assessor. Please welcome Carmen Chu to the stage.
Good morning. How is everybody? I can't hear you. Are you good? Happy New Year. So, wait. What was that? Happy New Year? Thank you. So my name is Carmen Chu. I represented before the Sunset District. Now Katie Tang is the new Sunset District, District 4 supervisor. I'm now your assessor recorder. You may say, what in the world is that? But it's not important today. Today what's important is the big giant sweep. Today I wanted to really say thank you, all the boys and girls who are in this room today, for helping to keep San Francisco clean, to make sure that you are cheering on our Giants as we win the next year's, or this year's, World Series again, right? And of course, thank you so much for having us here today. Last year, it was a big honor to have it out in the Sunset District, and we want to make sure all across the city, everybody is part of this big team to help our city stay clean. So again, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy New Year. Go Francisco Middle School.
Okay, how many people have a bicycle here? Bicycle, how many people have a bicycle? Okay, the next person I'm going to introduce is a supervisor who cares a lot about our city. He has taken the lead in making sure when we cross our streets it's much easier, and he's also bringing a lot of bicycle lanes so that we don't have to get in our cars and we can ride our bicycles and ride around this beautiful city. Please welcome Supervisor Scott Wiener.
Good afternoon, everyone. How you doing today? Good. I'm wearing green, see? So I'm Scott Wiener. I'm a member of the Board of Supervisors, represent the Castro, Noe Valley, Glen Park, parts of the Mission. It's a great district as well. We also have some great middle schools there, and our public schools are just doing great, and Francisco is part of that, so congratulations. So I have a question. How many people like living in a clean neighborhood? Raise your hand. Come on, all of you. clean neighborhood. How many people like living in a neighborhood where there's trash all over the ground? Only a few of you, okay. We'll talk afterwards. You know, I don't know why, but there are some people who like to leave their junk all over the place. They leave their garbage and their cigarette butts, or they'll throw a mattress on the street. And, you know, we have to clean up after ourselves, but we have to clean up after those people as well, because some people aren't as responsible as other people. And we all have to come together to keep our neighborhoods clean. And that is so important. And sometimes people say, the city will take care of it, or Muhammad here will take care of it. But we all have a responsibility. When you walk down the street, if you see something on the pavement, just pick it up and put it in a trash can. It is the only way we're going to have a great and clean and wonderful city. And I know we're going to be able to do that. So have a wonderful New Year, everyone.
All right, big hand for Scott. So you heard from the mayor, you've heard from many of our leaders. When we started this program, it was not just the streets. It was also our buses, and it's also our parks. They are all important to us. And now it's time to hear from Phil Ginsberg, the general manager of our parks department. Phil.
Thank you, Mohammed. What's up, Francisco Middle School? All right, so your San Francisco Recreation and Park Department is so proud to be a part of this giant sweep team. The mayor introduced all the players up here, but you guys are the MVPs in our fight against litter. So, like our schools and like our streets, our parks are incredibly special places. And I don't know if you know this, but we got the best parks anywhere in the United States. They're amazing. And you guys have two of the very best parks in the entire city right outside your door. You got Joe D. Playground and you got Washington Square. And we got to help keep all of our parks clean. So what I need your help doing is understanding just how important that is. Mohammed read that pledge, right? We remember the pledge, or we've forgotten it already? Do we forget it or we remember the pledge? Yeah? All right. Well, there's an important part of that pledge for us park people, and we're all park people, right? So when we go into our parks, we bring stuff in, we pack it in, and then what do? We pack it out. So what do we do when we pack it in? All right, here we go. Pack it in. Pack it up. Pack it in. Pack it up. Everybody, when I say pack it in, you say pack it out. Pack it in. Pack it in. All right, thank you guys for helping us keep our parks clean.
All right. Okay, so we're coming to the end of our program today. I want to remind you, please, when you see litter, what are you going to do? Pick it up. All right.
Pack it out!
All right, so I'm going to try this. This side of the room, on the back of your t-shirt, it says, join the team. And then this side, keep SF clean. So what's this side going to do? Join the team. What are you going to do? Join the team. What are you going to do? Keep SF clean. I can't hear you. Keep SF clean. All right, thank you very much, all of you, for having a wonderful event. Make sure you sign the pledge through your classroom. You will have the pledges. Please sign them. We are 25,000. We have another 25,000 to get. That's our goal, and we can't do it without your help. So thank you very much for today, and keep San Francisco clean and green. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Mayor Lee, and all of our special guests. Thank you for being here in Francisco. Thank you. Thanks, Mayor. Thank you for being here. See you at the parade. Yes. See you next week. Thank you.